So it's October 21st, and it's about 3 o'clock. Um, One of the things, this is a follow up to, I explained that I was not only mugged, my cell phone and some money was taken, and it was, when I called for help, I ended up getting a cop without even asking, just came in, when I was in 7-Eleven, came in and yanked me out, threw handcuffs on me in 7-Eleven, and they said I said, you know, why you're doing this? There's no reason for this. They said I wasn't under arrest, but they still wouldn't let me go. They had me handcuffed, and then, they ended up taking me to the hospital, and in coercion or in working one of the sheriffs there or working with them, they end up violating me sexually. And one of the things that I'm pointing out here is just their report, which is just absurd. And like I said, it has no effect on the hospital itself. I believe it has just effect on the individuals. And so right here I have a Jason Kwan, MD, that has his name on this, a Jonathan Dafu, MD, and a Terry Rendles, MD. And it says right here that my diagnosis was alcohol intoxication and that abrasion or friction to the lower limb. Now, anybody who's seen the other video knows that, I was just totally, if this is the way I came in, then they must have beat me up and did all this other stuff to me, and the marks, the tears on my anus, someone gave me an injection right by my anus, probably anesthesia for whatever they did, and my arms are hyperextended, my legs, everything. But this is the only thing that right here. And immediately when you say it says, because I fell down. And so we have Terry Reynolds, we have Jason Kwan, and like I said, if it wasn't for UCSF and probably the other people there, I may not have made it out. I mean, seriously, when you got people and cops that do stuff like this, thank God I'm alive. But if it probably wasn't for them and not being at the UCSF, I was at General, I probably would not be here. I probably would not be alive right now. So, and it says on the callback program, it says that per my responses, that they are going to, possibly call me back. Then it says, your alcohol indicated that you fell, that I fall, right? That's why I was in there. Not because some cop had paid some guys or had some guys beat me up and steal my cell phone. And so they scanned my brain, and it says, continue my regular medications at home. I don't have any medications. Continue my what? And it says right here, immunizations Tdap that I deferred. I don't know anything like that. And it had a CT of the brain. That's just so they can cover themselves. CT of the brain. And it says custom. So anybody knows what custom means. Probably means, it's not real. They just cover it so they wouldn't be liable. And then this right here, these two things are ED discharge authorization, whatever that is, custom, and then restraint. So this shows right here they restrained me, and that was the biggest thing, because in the hospital, the sheriff had said that he was knocking me out, he was drugging me, he was putting me out, and then they took off they took off my restraints, and I think they took them off so they can molest me or rape me or whatever they did. Like I said before, and there'll be pictures out there, but my anus hurts. There's cuts. There was a shot that was given. And then it says, unresulted test. Unresulted test. See that? Unresulted test. And then it says right there, it's underneath, it says none. But they took my blood. They took my blood. They drugged me. So I'm asking where all these things are at. And then it says lab results. Lab results are not on my chart. And then it says enter your last four digits. So right here, saying that I can enter my last four digits on my to get into a chart, I guess, or something like that. And so the questions I have is, I refused treatment, and they still, they did it without my consent. They took my blood, gave me all this drugs, all this stuff, whatever they did, I against my will. Even if I was intoxicated, as they said, they drugged me. So that right there tells you such a big violation. And where is the blood draw? And I put that there, and you can clearly see that that shows you right there from the marks where the blood draw, and also right there. See that? So that's where they did it. In addition, I could show you the one underneath, but I'm just going to show pictures underneath about where they gave me a shot underneath, right next to my anus hole. Some kind of anesthesia. So I put, where's the anesthesia drugs injection on there, because they drugged me, and then the sheriff gave it to me, which I saw him do it. And where's any other info? So these are all questions that I'm going to have to bring up to the hospital, and so they can be aware. And like I said, it doesn't do any reflections on the hospital, but I would say that it's pretty bad when you have cops out there like that. Honestly, if they've done this to me, they've probably done this to other people. They do not belong on the force. Do I think that they should be shot? I don't know if that's the extreme, but when you see stuff like this, I don't know if they have, killed other people in their schemes of what they do. So, that officer that originally was on the complaint, he said his name was Webster, which I don't know if that's true. I will find out who the sheriff is, but definitely these doctors put their names on it, and they put many more doctors. When you see stuff like that, immediately you know that it's it's a cover-up. And like I said, we have, let's see if we can get it right here. So, Joanne, what is that? Johnson Kwan, and then we have Jonathan Dafoe, and then Terry Reynolds. Now, whether these people were there or not, Terry Reynolds, whether these people were there or not, I remember what the doctor looked like. So, he's something that I have to talk to, and right now, each one of these people, I don't know. I only saw one doctor, and I would have to go and find out. But they're at least, I'm mentioning them because they're on this right here. So we'll have to see.